Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel, and if you are new here, then welcome. My name is Christina, and today we are finally doing our quarter one empties video. Every quarter, I like to do an empties video rounding up everything that I had finished that quarter. Now, this does not necessarily mean that I opened up those products and finished them within the 3 months of that quarter. It just means that I just so happened to finish them within those 3 months. So today we are covering January through March, essentially. I'm gonna share with you guys bullet point notes. If you guys are looking for extra information or explanations on products that I don't cover within the video, please feel free to leave them in the comments down below and I'll be sure to get back to you. I am on a journey of just using up products that I own and trying to really hone into my collection, whether it be makeup, skincare, hair care, anything in the beauty realm. And if you want to join me, I would suggest that you subscribe to my channel because I do a lot of empties. I'm doing a project pan, I do roundups and showdowns of products, and I also try to test out new products for you guys out of my curiosity and yours as well. Starting off with something that I repurchased in the full size already, the Danessa Myricks Yummy Skin Liquid Blurring Balm. Mine is all beat up and I use this up to the last drop, I'm pretty sure. This is an incredible setting spray if you have oily skin. I could see this being a little bit intense for those that may already have dry skin. You can feel it kind of drying the skin, not in a bad way, in a really good way if you are oily like myself. I am oily and I live in a very hot and humid climate, so for me oil control is a must. You don't have to use a ton of this if you don't want to. Sometimes I would just spray all over the face and then I would go in with a little puff or my sponge to really press into the skin, and it worked beautifully. It has the Upsolite featured ingredient in here as well that kind of works to suck up the oils in your skin as you're wearing the makeup. Loved it so much that I bought the full size, and honestly, if I can use a product that has less touch-ups throughout the day, I am sold. And if a product allows me to be a little bit more low maintenance about my touch-ups, I am always so excited, which is the case for today's sponsor, Ulike. So Ulike is a brand that I have wanted to try for so long, and I finally had the opportunity, you guys. And as you know, I'm no stranger to at-home IPL devices. I had tried one years ago and I found that IPL is a great alternative to things like lasers and shaving and waxing for me. I have also done professional laser hair removal over 10 years ago now, and it was honestly very inconvenient and pretty painful for me. And for a little bit I did do sugar waxing, which is definitely the most messy of the bunch, and while they all worked in different capacities, there was never like a long-term solution for me that I was happy with until IPL. I can say that the technology paired with the results from my Air 10 device has been the most impressive and enjoyable for me to date. So the Ulike Air 10 is the world's most advanced IPL device that utilizes something called dual lights as well as a next-gen ice cooling technology, which we will be getting into in a second, and it gives you visible results after just 2 weeks of use. IPL stands for Intense Pulse Light, and it's a clinically approved hair removal method that uses light to target the hair at the root, and then the light is absorbed by melanin in the hair follicle, which then converts to heat, resulting in thinner hair regrowth. And then after regular treatments, it nearly stops the hair growth altogether. So for my use this time around, I used my Air 10 on my underarms, my knuckles, and my upper lip, which is where I had the laser treatments done in the past, but I definitely needed a full refresh after years of hair regrowth. And I want to really quickly go over why this device stood out to me right from the beginning and has impressed me throughout the entire time of my treatment. So first, the Air 10 uses a feature called Skin Sensor, which detects skin tone and auto-adjust power for faster, easier treatments. And there's also a built-in safety feature that ensures that the device won't flash unless it's flush on your skin, which is really nice. Second, the digital display on the device shows clearly the 4 different modes that it has, and each mode is fine-tuned for different types of treatment areas, which they outline for you. And it includes the super hair removal mode that's effective for removing stubborn hairs, which in my case would be on my underarms. And my most favorite feature has got to be the ice cool technology. So IPL devices naturally create heat because it's converting light to heat, heat. The Air 10 stays at a really cool 65 degrees throughout the entire treatment, which completely eliminates that like hot rubber band flicking feeling that can happen with other devices. And I've been able to use every single mode that this thing has comfortably through the weeks that I was using it, and I can even use the SHR mode comfortably, and I would genuinely recommend this device for that feature alone. As we do here, I like to talk about getting the best bang for your buck, and with the combination of the results from this, the ease of use at home, the comfort, and the usable features that this device has, I truly feel like this device is worth it if you're looking for a treatment for long-term hair removal. If you do decide to try the Air 10 and you aren't happy with it, Ulike does provide a 90-day risk-free return policy. So if you would like to try Ulike today, I will leave a link in my bio along with a discount code to save you guys some money. Thank you again to Ulike for sponsoring this video. Next, we're talking about a Maybelline brow gel, and this one is the Super Lock. This is a really nice brow gel, and I really liked this especially to use on my brows before filling them in because it didn't prevent the pencils from drawing onto my brow skin or my skin underneath my brows. This, I would say, has medium hold compared to my go-to, which is Rare Beauty's Flexible Brow Gel. This has less hold than the ColourPop gel that I've been liking, but more hold than most other drugstore brow gels in my opinion. I was a little bit iffy at the beginning, and then I really liked it through like the bulk of its lifetime, and then towards the end I was just kind of like dying to finish it up, to be honest. But if you have very stubborn brow hairs like I do, it may not have enough hold for something like a lamination, but it's good enough hold for, you know, short periods of time. Next, we have the Can Make Creamy Touch Liner. You guys know that this is my favorite eyeliner for tight lining my eyes. This is in number 03, which is just a standard dark brown. This is great because it has a long lasting power to it in the tight line, which I find is very unique for a pencil liner. But this is going to be a gel and then it dries down completely. It's also very long lasting if you want to use it as like a micro wing. This does have a, what is it, like a 0.5 millimeter or something super tiny, like a very tiny millimeter eyeliner pencil tip. You can get in there and get a very micro wing, which works out if you have a smaller lid space like I do. It's very creamy. It never skipped through the lifetime of this. I never had an issue, and I was actually very surprised whenever I twisted this up and that was it, because I was like, wait, this is still super creamy and it does not act like a regular traditional sharpening eyeliner where it starts to get dry towards the end. I bought backups of this whenever I was in Japan, so I have a couple more. I had already started using another one. This one is very near and dear to me. This is the Peripera Ink Mood Glowy tint, and it's probably the very first like glossy lip stain that I had found that wasn't too pink, too red. It was a perfect kind of nudie pink shade for my complexion, and at the time that I found this, that was very rare for a glossy lip tint because at the time we didn't see a lot of that in Western beauty brands. It was mainly like Asian beauty brands that were doing it, and if you guys are familiar with Asian beauty brands, a lot of the glossy lip tints were more red or more pink, and this one was definitely my favorite lip stain out there if I was looking for staining power. This, by the way, is in the shade number 11, the best shade in my opinion. It doesn't stay extra shiny forever. It's not going to be the glossiest, but it does have really good staying power as a stain. This isn't fully finished, I will admit to you guys, but when I opened it up when I was going through my lip stains, it's like green and gross and it smells off. So this definitely has gone bad. And I've had this for, I want to say like 3 or 4 years now, so it makes sense that it went bad. Most all beauty brands from Asia do have an expiration on it, and this says 2024. Okay, it makes sense. Next is another Too Faced Hangover Pillow Balm. I talked about the original one in my last Empties video. This is still one of my favorite liquid lip balms that actually feels hydrating on the lips. My favorite way to use this was before bed. I felt like this was a good alternative to a lip sleeping mask like the Laneige. I think that it was a lot easier to use because it does come in this like doe foot. This was the very first one that I bought actually, even before the original scent that I had. It was the mango one, and I bought this right before before they kind of cycled this one out because I don't think that they have the mango anymore. And it does have a slight orange tint to it, but it's so slight that it's pretty much a clear lip balm. It smells very strong, very, very like mango-y. I really loved this for the mango scent when I initially bought this. That was the reason why I bought this mango one, and I loved it at first. It smelled so good, so fresh, and honestly, smelling it now after like a couple of weeks of emptying it and not having it, I feel like it smells so juicy and so fresh. But there is a point in time when I was using this every single night, like somewhere in the middle of this tube right here, when the scent was just kind of nauseating. I'm gonna tell you guys, maybe this is like gross to you, but it kind of smelled like dried spit. Ooh, it was so gross. And then I took a break and I was like, let me use something else on my lips at night. And after a couple of weeks or maybe a couple months even of not using this and then going back to it to finish it, it smelled good again to me. So that's that on that. I did end up purchasing the coconut, the OG one, during the Sephora sale, so that has now been in my rotation again. Moving forward with some skincare, of course, you guys, I have my Panoxyl Acne Creamy Face Wash. This is the 4% benzoyl peroxide. This is my go-to nighttime cleanser. The only thing that will keep my cluster breakouts at bay. You guys may not see it, but I definitely am very, very acne prone. If I was not using any sort of acne treatments, like whether it be face wash or a serum or some sort for acne, I would have crazy cluster breakouts. But now pretty much every day I have a pimple. Like I have one right here on my chin. I have one right here in my hairline. I feel one forming right up here on my hairline too. I always have a pimple somewhere, but this definitely keeps the acne controlled. The Peach and Lily Ginger Melt Oil Cleanser. Now this is going to be an oil cleanser that I really, really love, that is available at Ulta and just like from a Western brand. Well, okay, this isn't a Western brand. This is an Asian owned brand, but when I say Western brand, it's not something that is readily available in Korea, in Japan, you know what I mean? It is slightly thicker of an oil cleanser compared to something like the Dermalogica Pre-Cleanse or like the Prequel oil, which I liked those, they worked, but I like something a little bit more substantial whenever I'm using it to take my makeup off. I like something that feels a little bit spa-like. It removes makeup really well and it doesn't leave a film. I feel like there's not a ton, like when you look at this bottle, it is very slim, but this does last me quite a bit of time. I'm pretty sure that I have emptied at least 2 bottles of this. This may be like my 3rd one. It really is such a good cleansing oil. And sometimes you can find this on sale, so I would recommend picking it up during those sales if you can. My favorite Tower 28 SOS spray. As you can see there, this one was the one that was in collaboration with Kung Fu Panda. I actually have another bottle that I had refilled that is the same as this one, so that's why this one's in my empties. This is my favorite hypochlorous acid to prep my skin for skincare and to kind of further help calm my skin from inflammation. As I said before, I am acne prone and I do have some skin sensitivities when it comes to just dehydrated skin, you know, and that further causes the acne to flare up. So this helps to just calm my skin entirely. It is really great for those uses, but also if you have redness, if you have eczema, if you have any sort of skin inflammation, this is really great. I know that there are cheaper versions of hypochlorous acid out there, but Tower 28 really is the one that I just like always go for. Feels like a very sophisticated spray, whether it be the bottle or just the way that they mix the hypochlorous acid. I don't know, you guys, I just love it. But with that being said, I did end up emptying one of the Prequel hypochlorous acids. This one is called the Universal Skin Solution Dermal Spray. So this has 0.02 hypochlorous acid, electrolyzed water, soothing mineral concentrates. And this one is very comparable to the Tower 28 SOS spray. With this, I didn't like the mixture at first. I felt like it was too fine and it didn't spray in the center of the face. So if you sprayed, it completely missed like the center of my face, which I thought was really weird. But then I got used to it and I would just like spritz it like that, you know? And then I switched back to my Tower 28 SOS spray because I had like the big refill bottle. This feels kind of intense now compared to this. So I don't know. I think it's just a matter of getting used to the misters, but just know if you are a mist nozzle snob, then this one's more fine and this one has more coverage. I feel like some hypochlorous acids can leave a weird film or kind of like a hypochlorous acid scent on the skin. This does not do that, neither does the Tire 28 one. Now we have the VT Cosmetics PDRN Grinding Cleansing Balm. So this one I had brought with me to go visit my sister, and I always find that it's way easier to travel with a cleansing balm than a cleansing oil. And it does have that top where you spin it and then it shaves off a little bit of this solid cleansing balm that's inside. So I find this very hygienic. I love the component, but the con with this is that you don't know how much you have left. So when I was using it, I was like spinning it and then all of a sudden I didn't have any more. So I feel like I kind of went through this a little bit fast. I didn't know how much was left. I was being very liberal with how much I use. Maybe that's a me thing, but it still was really nice as a cleansing balm. It is going to be a thinner texture when it comes to a cleansing balm. If you like something that's more like the Elemis cleansing balm, the Glow Recipe cleansing balm, those are going to be thicker and this may not have as much like substance to it. I would say it's very similar to the Pharmacy Green Clean cleanser. As far as like the makeup removal, it's pretty standard. It worked pretty much the same as any other cleansing balm that I've used, and it's really good. I did finish up one of my VT Cosmetics Riedel Shot 100s. This is a holy grail product for me. I have talked about this on multiple occasions. I really feel like this transformed my skincare products and it makes absorption way more effective. So essentially this has Cica Riedels in it and it pushes through the skin and it helps your other skincare ingredients that you put on after it absorb better into the skin, and it makes it more effective. Ever since I started using this, I feel like the texture of my skin is way better. It's way softer. I do feel like I have to use less skincare products, like less actives with this because it makes it that much more effective. I have already repurchased another 100 level. I use 100 and 300 and I just switch between those in my nighttime skincare routine. My Dew Air Angel. This is one of my favorite moisturizers because it is just one of the most reliable moisturizers that I own or I owned. I feel like this has the perfect description on Sephora's site. So this says it is a lightweight breathable gel cream that floods skin with hydration while visibly plumping and supporting the skin barrier without clogging pores. It's so nice because it feels lightweight, but it feels hydrating throughout the day, and it's great for acne prone skin because while it gives you a lot of hydration, it does not clog the pores and it feels very plush is the best way that I can describe it. It's a very substantial gel cream. It's not just a gel where the hydration just disappears within the hour. It goes on really well and it does absorb before going in with my sunscreen, so you don't have to worry about feeling like you have a heavy layer of hydration on the skin. And it's definitely my go-to when I'm breaking out and I need a non-irritating skincare moisturizer. So I have the Caudalie Vino Perfect Serum. I bought this during one of the Sephora sales, I think last year. I liked the way that this was more of a creamy serum and it didn't leave like a sticky, plasticky feel like some dark spot serums can for the skin. It does have sort of like a floral clean fragrance to it, and it has a milky texture to it that was really nice to just spread onto the skin. It almost feels like a milky toner, like one of those things, but unfortunately I feel like this didn't feel as effective as my other go-to dark spot correcting serums. So my favorite ones are the Dr. Althea, the vitamin C serum that they have, the Dr. Idris Major Fade Serum. I really liked that one as well. And I feel like this one just like didn't do as much. If anything, it just made my skin very soft. Maybe it helped with new dark spots, but I don't think it really faded any old dark spots. The reason why I'm so critical is because this is so expensive. So expensive. I could never justify purchasing this full priced, so that's why I got it on sale. And it is really nice, don't get me wrong, if you don't have a lot of dark spots that are super stubborn, and if what you're looking for is upkeep, like once you get get a dark spot, you want it to go away like right away, this is great for that. Because I kind of like hyped this up in my head for so long and then I used it, I was just kind of about it, unfortunately. The Augustinus Bader Rich Cream. Now before you guys come for me, this came in an advent calendar like years ago, and it was on my skincare shelf for so long, and I felt really guilty for not using it. So this feels like a very thick oil and cream moisturizer. So at first when you pump it onto your hands or like to your face, it feels super thick and kind of like it has a little bit of a tug to it, but once you really get in there and you warm it up, it kind of melts down into like this oil texture, and it melts completely into the skin. Unfortunately, on my face, acne prone again, I felt like it was a little too thick. Like, this is a rich cream, they're not lying about that, but because I felt like I needed to use it, I was like, oh, let me just use it on another part of my body. So I used it on my neck and like my décolleté. I loved this for my neck. It made my necklines look less prominent, my necklines looked less dry, my neck in general looked less dry, and it looked more soft. Like, there was something about this that made it look like I had some sort of like soft diffused filter on my neck. It was very interesting, and I think I have another bottle of this from another advent calendar, so if I do find that, I'm definitely going to be using it on my neck. That is a great tip for you guys as well. If you have a skincare product that just doesn't really work for your face, bring it down to your neck, bring it down to your décolleté, use it on your arms, see if you can use it on other parts of your body, and you may be surprised how it works. My CosRx Master Patch Intensive Pimple Patches. These are still my favorite pimple patches. They stay put. They're kind of this oval shape. It's better than circular pimple patches because it fits in more areas that I need it to. So for instance, right around my nose, I will get like pimples and it fits there really well. Around my hairline, it'll fit really well. And I love these because they have tea tree leaf oil and salicylic acid infused into the pimple patch. So not only is it healing the pimple and sucking out all the nastiness, but it's putting those ingredients into the pimple, which I feel like helps with the healing process as well as the dark spots that I tend to get from my pimples. This specific one is really hard to find now. Like, it's out of stock on Ulta's website, and it's been out of stock for so long, and I've been waiting for it to come back into stock, but at this point, I don't think that they're gonna restock it, you guys. They have the original ones, and I don't like those as much because they don't have those ingredients in them. So I may have to go check out like Yes Style or Stylevana or something. I've tried so many pimple patches, and this one by far is my favorite, followed by the Inky List one. Those are definitely really good too. Okay, let's talk body care now. So this is one that I was referencing earlier where I ended up coming back to it and I fell in love with it, you guys. The Osea Undarian Algae Body Oil. So this is like a cult classic. I got this forever ago. I really liked it, but then I forgot about it, and then I went back to it and I was like, it's just okay. But what I found is, because I had so many like body oils kind of building up in my collection, I was like, I need to use my body oils. And my favorite way to use a body oil is to mix it with a more lightweight lotion, because it makes spreading the body oil way easier and you're way less greasy, because for some reason the lotion will kind of like take it with it when it absorbs into your skin, but you still get the benefits of the hydration from the body oil. And this one smells so good. So it smells citrusy. It is a very tangy, very bright citrus. It says that this has grapefruit, lime, and cypress, and it has hints of sweet mango and mandarin. It just smells like lemon to me. I'm not the most sophisticated when it comes to my nose, to be honest with you guys, but oh my goodness, can I tell you, the best, oh, is it in here? Yes, the best combination, you guys, the EOS body lotion in vanilla cashmere. Everyone loves this. It wasn't my favorite, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I loved it at first. There's a lot of those, so I thought it smelled so good at first, and then when I would continue to use it on my body, I kind of felt like it was a little bit too artificial, a little too artificial of a vanilla. Like, it smelled like vanilla in plastic, if that makes sense. I don't know how to explain it, but I was like, I need to finish this up. I've had this for too long and it should be easy to use up. It's, you know, whatever, it's a lotion. But this sweet cupcakey vanilla scent mixed with this citrus. It smells like a lemon vanilla cake. Like a lemon cake. Oh my goodness, it smelled so good. I am seriously considering getting these two products again to use together, but no, I'm not gonna do that. But if you have these two, if you happen to have these two, I do a 2-to-1 ratio, so I would do 2 pumps of this, 1 pump of this. Oh my gosh, it smelled so good. I miss it. I do miss it. But yeah, these were good by themselves. I wasn't crazy about this fragrance, but these together, mind-blowing. I have this One Skin topical supplement essential moisturizer, which essentially it's a body lotion. I like this. It was an okay lotion. I could see someone with super sensitive skin really benefiting from this because it really absorbed fast, and it is fragrance free if I'm remembering. Yeah, it's fragrance free. At the time that I was using this, I wanted something a little bit thicker to absorb at night because I do shower at night. However, if you are someone that showers in the morning, this could be very, very optimal because it absorbs so quickly, but not where it like disappears with the moisture, you know, like it stays in the skin. So it's really nice for that. But for me, I like a body butter, a body oil, something thicker at night to really absorb into my skin. But this was another one that I was using with body oils to kind of supplement that extra thick moisture that I was looking for. So it was really, really good for that. Okay, you guys, I guess I was really loving body oils this quarter because the Nara Dry Body Oil, another beautiful body oil. I get so excited thinking about this because I loved this one. And you know what's funny? I forgot how much I loved this. So I used it for quite a while, probably close to halfway done when I revisited this, but I got this in PR maybe 2 years ago, maybe last year. I can't remember. I think it was almost 2 years ago. I loved it. I thought it was so good. And then I just kind of forgot about it, to be honest. And then I was like rummaging through and reorganizing my bathroom cabinets. I pulled this one out as well as the Osea one. And I was like, let me just use these up. I've had them for so long. And oh my gosh, it's so good. So this one smells very, very lovely, but it's not citrus like the Osea one. This is more floral, and I'm not a floral girl, okay? So for me, I was surprised that I like this so much. So this has notes of jasmine, freesia, and rose, which I'm not a rose girl. I don't like rose scents. So I think mixed with the other things is really the key. And it says that it's balanced with woodsy and powdery notes. There's something about this that is so good. So in my opinion, this nozzle, this spray, optimal for a body oil because you don't have to like keep touching the bottle and pumping out the oil, you know? The spray, you could just spray all over the skin and then put the bottle down and, you know, get it all over the skin. I love this spray for the even application, but I really liked mixing this with my lotions again. So I would just have it on my bathroom sink and then I would just spray it. So it wasn't as important for me to have the spray for that reason, but it's great if you're planning on using it alone. But I will say this is kind of awkwardly bulky in the hand. So if you are spraying it, it can get very slippery, especially being glass. I could see this being a complete mess if you are a little bit more clumsy, so be careful with that. But oh my gosh, I would definitely repurchase this. I have too many body oils to count right now that I'm trying to get through, but whenever I finish, let's say like 2 or 3 more body oils, I'm definitely gonna repurchase that one. My Lumi Whole Body Deodorant, and this one is going to be the invisible cream version. They have multiple versions of their deodorant, their whole body deodorants, and I much prefer this method of application over any of the other ones. If you can see here, it looks like a deodorant stick, but it's actually plastic, and there's 3 little holes up there, and you wind this up, and essentially the cream just comes out from there. It's like a liquid cream. So it's kind of like the tube version that I really liked, except it's all in this. So you don't have to touch it. You don't have to like wash your hands and wipe it away whenever you use it. You do have to kind of wipe around it as you use it because it can get a little gunky, but that's fine. So this is going to be the Vanilla Bliss one. It's definitely my favorite scent from them. The scent is a strong vanilla, but stay with me here, you guys. It has this sort of like stinky vanilla to it that works for the underarms. If it were like cupcakey like this, I think it would just turn really sour, but it already has this like herbally vanilla-y stinky scent to it that makes it less sickly sweet. And then it just, I don't know, it works better with my body chemistry. I know that sounds so crazy, but I love it. I bought a 3-pack of this, I think. So I have another one that I've been using and it's just the best. It's so good. I feel like I'm speaking way too quickly because I'm very excited about a lot of these empties. So I'm trying to like tell myself to slow down. But the Sol de Janeiro Delicia Drench Shower Oil in number 59. Oh my gosh, it's so nice. So this is going to be a shower oil that turns into a really good lather. It feels like an oil when you put it on, and then it turns into this like gel lather type of body wash, but it leaves a very, very light film of moisturizing oil on the skin. But my favorite thing about this is definitely the scent. This is by far my favorite scent from Sol de Janeiro. If you're familiar with the 59, I think it's jasmine and coconut. It's just the best. I have this in a body mist as well. I like that this is an oil because it feels really moisturizing in the shower, and then you can feel it even after you like dry off, but it's not going to be something like the Cyclar oil and balm, you know, like the shower balm where it feels like a significant layer. This just feels like your body wash didn't strip you of your hydration, if that makes sense. I would definitely buy this again, but it is very expensive. I considered buying it during the Sephora sale, but I went ahead and passed on it because I do have other body washes that I want to finish up, but this is for sure still a favorite. I really, really enjoyed this. The Fenty Skin Butter Dropped Whipped Oil Body Cream. This is just the original Fenty Skin scent. I believe this is the product that gave me the idea to mix my body lotions with my body oils, because that is essentially what this is. This is a really deeply hydrating body butter that also has oil infused in it that makes it really, really hydrating. It is extremely moisturizing and it's not overly sticky. It's not overly heavy and thick on the skin. I love this Fenty Fresh scent. It's light, it's fresh, it's a little bit fruity, and it has, I think, a blend of bergamot, jasmine, and white orchid. So it's a really nice, just clean scent. For me, this is the definition of a perfect mix of a thick body butter and a body oil. This is truly a game changer for me. It also leaves you with a lot of like glossy sheen, but overnight it absorbs into the skin, which is really nice. And I know that it actually absorbs into the skin overnight because I can still feel the moisture on my skin when I wake up. But this is just the little travel size version. I do have a refill that they had sent me a while ago, and unfortunately, guys, it is so expensive. The full size of this is so expensive, but I will say that if you are debating on purchasing it, I do feel like it's worth it. Like, I really, really, really enjoy this body butter. Speaking of Fenty Skin, I do have the Butter Drop Hydrating Body Milk. It looks like there's a little bit in there, but you guys, because this is glass, I cannot for the life of me get this out. I've tried to shake it. I've used like my massage gun on it. I can't get any more out. So this is an empty for me. So this is really great if you need a little bit of something with moisture and you don't want something that will stay sticky, or maybe the body butters in general are just too thick for you. Sometimes if it's alone, it's not enough hydration for me in the colder months, but I feel like this is like pretty much perfect when it comes to thickness in the heat. So if I'm going to lotion in the morning before I go out throughout the day, this is the perfect amount of moisture, or even at night if I don't feel like putting on a thick body lotion or body butter. And this does leave you with a good amount of hydration. And again, this is even better when you mix it with a body oil. It kind of turns into something like the body butter, but I would say like a mid-range of thickness. So if this is too thick, but you want just a little less and you have this, add just a little bit of body oil. And the nice thing is you can add however much body oil you want in terms of moisture, and it's kind of customizable in that sense. I could have sworn that we talked about this already. Maybe it was the shampoo, but I have it in my basket. So this is the Garnier Fructis Hair Filler Strength Repair Conditioner. This is a really great, very thick conditioner that actually makes the hair feel softer without weighing it down. It's one of those conditioners where once once you put it in the hair, you leave it for a couple minutes and then you rinse it out. Your hair, like, you can feel the slip. You can feel the thickness of the conditioner in your hair. I'm not sure if this is getting discontinued though, because it's getting really hard to find now. You guys let me know if you know, but I love this line from Garnier and I really hope they don't discontinue it, because I find that it's very cleansing but not stripping on the hair. It leaves me with a lot of nice clean volume and it feels like it softens the hair at the same time. So it would be such a shame if they got rid of this. The Dove Bond Strength 10-in-1 Serum Mask. It smells so good. I feel like I keep saying that about a lot of the products, but I really indulged in very fragrant, beautiful products this quarter. This leaves the hair incredibly soft as well without feeling mushy. I don't know if you guys have ever experienced that. When you overly hydrate your hair, it can almost feel mushy. And this does not do that. This gives me such intense moisture and it doesn't weigh down the hair. And I feel like it makes my hair super, super, super shiny. It's just the best. I love using a hair mask in the hair at least once a week or like every other week, just to give a little extra something, you know? I really do feel like this makes such a big difference. It's definitely probably my favorite hair mask at the drugstore. This one is the SGX NYC, the Do It All 3-in-1 Dry Texture Spray. You guys, I know nothing about this brand anymore because I've had this for years. I want to say I've had this for like 6+ years. I don't even know. But again, I was just decluttering my bathroom and I was like, there's not that much left in here. I could hear a little bit and I was like, let me just finish it up. It's fine. It smells very strong. Maybe that's because it's very old. I'm not quite sure. I think it has slightly less hold than what I wanted, and the scent was too strong for me to, you know, want to purchase this again. It's just very, very strong and not enough hold. So it gave me a little bit of grit. If you have finer hair, this may be a good one for you, but my hair is quite heavy and I have a lot of it. So it didn't do enough for me, I think. And lastly, we have a couple of miscellaneous things, starting with my Coco Lab Young Coconut Cocoa Floss. And you guys, when it says that they're scented, they're like barely scented. But again, I have a weird thing. I can't smell some things if it's not strong enough. After COVID, I had like lost a lot of my scent. Anyways, all of that to say, I wish this was a little bit more scented, maybe even flavored. I think that would be really fun. But aside from that, Coco Lab floss is my favorite floss. It really gets in there because it is going to be like a braided string, I guess, that has coconut oil infused in it. So it really helps with the health of your gums and it really gets everything out of in between your teeth. And because I have Invisalign, I have a lot of gapping in my teeth right now, so I get a lot of food in my teeth. I don't know if that's TMI, but this helps so much. I bought the, was it a 4-pack? I think I bought the 4-pack or a 6-pack or whatever months and months ago, and I think I'm on my last one, but this is so good. These are my facial cottons. These are the best cottons. They're the At Cosme cottons or silk cottons. I've shown you guys this in empty videos before, but it has like this wavy texture on it. You can kind of see it right there. These are the best cottons. They have the best thickness for toners and also DIY sheet masks. So if you use your toner and you completely soak the cotton, you just put it all over your face, and because it has those cutouts like that wave thing, it fits perfectly around the nose. It fits perfectly like on your chin, on your forehead, and they're not linty. They're not super linty. I hate linty cottons like that. This is great. I also cut them in half and I use them every night to remove my mascara. I'll go in with my mascara remover and then I'll use this to just like wipe it away. It's the best. And I bought backup boxes of this when I was in Japan as well. I was gifted this Moroccan oil hand wash and I love the scent of Moroccan oil, so I was really excited to use this in a hand wash versus hair product. This is more of a thick gel texture hand wash. It wasn't too thick to where it was like hard to make it lather, you know. It had a really good lather and I thought it was good. I love the smell of the Moroccan oil products. I think that it translated really well as a hand wash because I was a little afraid it would be too hair producty for me. I don't know, but I thought it was really good. I wouldn't repurchase it though, to be honest with you guys, unless it was on sale. Like, this is pretty expensive. Now granted, this is actually a pretty big bottle of hand wash. It lasted me quite a long time. It's 12.2 fluid ounces, and because it's like a thicker gel texture, a little bit of it went a long way. But yeah, it's really nice, but it's expensive. Probably the most random and the last thing I want to talk about is this Bath & Body Works candle. I don't even know when I got this. I feel like this has gone through multiple apartments and houses with me, but this is the Bath & Body Works Cactus Blossom. Do they have this? I don't think they even have this. I just wanted to finish this up. I've had super old candles in my collection for so long, and I was like, I just need to finish it. This has a really nice, fresh, clean, slightly tropical fragrance to it. So this says it has cactus flower petal, sun-kissed coconut, vanilla, fresh sparkling lemon, and essential oils. I would burn this like at night, and yeah, sometimes with Bath & Body Works candles, you guys, they can kind of like trigger a headache for me, but this one was really nice. All right, those were all of our empties for quarter 1. There were so many, and I feel like I was really excited about most of them. Please let me know in the comments down below your favorite empty from the first quarter of this year. I already have a couple of empties starting to stack up here from quarter 2. So I'm really looking forward to talking to you guys about those. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Again, thank you so much to Ulike for sponsoring this video. I will have all of the information down below for you guys if you are curious about the Air 10. And until next time, you guys, I'm going to leave a video right here for you in case you want to watch any more of my content. And I hope that you take care, and I will see you very soon. Bye.